Yes, it's that time. It's Your Music Live. But wait, it's a different day. It's a different time. That's because this is YML Extra. Why do we do this? Well, we get too much good music that sometimes we have a backlog. Now, if you're not familiar with the regular show, we do it every week. It's on usually a Sunday evening or a Monday morning, depending where you are in the world. And we do 2 hours of the best live independent music. However, what we're doing here today is 90 minutes, so it's a bit quicker, and we're going to play a little bit of each track, and we're going to get through as many of these cool independent tunes as we can so that you folks can find your next favourite indie artist. And we're going to kick things off with someone who we know around these parts pretty well. It's Chris Lane Sr., and he says a new version of my New Year's Blues for 2023 with a big assist from my Songwriters Anonymous buddies, Dominic Tarragrossa and Mike Molino. So let's jump in. Let's get the show started with Chris Lane Sr. here on YML Extra.
A kick in my ass in just 5 days till my rent is due. If this year's like those last years, I don't know what I'm gonna do. 2019 I was sailing along, the world's my oyster and I'm feeling strong. Comes the Wuhan Blue. If this year's like those last years, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, way things are going from
Little Chris Lane Sr. there. I don't know what to tell you because that is a jam, and you can check that one out. The full version of it's going to be down in the description. That's the way things work around here. We play a little bit of the song, we whet your whistle, we get your appetite going, and then you jump down in the description and you check out the full version of each of these tracks, which you can do straight away. Now, this show is brought to you by our friends at DistroKid. Yeah, those folks up there. If you want to release your music, if you've got great tunes like that one from Chris Lane Sr., you want to get them out there too. Your Spotify's, your Apple Music's, your Deezer's, your Tidals, your Amazons. All you need to do is check out DistroKid. You can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Just use the link up there or down in the description. We thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of Your Music Live and your independent music. Let's crack on to our second tune. I told you we'd be quick. This one comes to us from Arian H, who says, Arian here again, another pop banger from my upcoming album, Night Changes. Will be streaming from January 1, so it's out there right now, ready to rock and roll. We're going to play this one here over on the Cloud of Sound. Do have a language warning on this one, so if any kiddies in the room, just, cotton wool in the ears. But this is a banger. Arian H, Stop Me on YML Extra. Or an ad. So you can tell that we're live to tape because, I'm having to do the same struggles through ads that I normally do. Take 2, Arian H, Stop Me on YML Extra.
But did you want 2 coffees or 1 coffee and 1
Satisfied with less that I can get home. If you get it, don't expect it. What to say when you're drunk?
ready to commit to something way the version one. Don't know that you're not nothing like the shit you say. You don't wanna stop me, it's harder than you thought. But I just know maybe trying to seem like we belong. Go ahead and drop me, leave a play along. Every single time I'm trying to let you fucking go.
Arian H with a pop banger there, and definitely a tune you're going to want to go and check out on the cloud of sounds, and available everywhere now as well. Thank you for sharing that one. Sharing is caring. In fact, if you're digging this show, a couple of things. Make sure you get along to our regular live show. That takes place, again, as I said, every Sunday evening, Monday morning. Check your local guides. Go to studiolivetoday.com for your information about that one. And feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below. And don't forget, you can share this show with your friends. A lot of folks in this community came here via someone cool that referred them to the channel and to the show. So feel free to pay it forward and refer someone else and say, hey, come check out the cool indie tunes, or even share a tune of yours as well. We welcome you aboard. We also welcome folks like Beats for Luke. He says, I created this song for my wife on our 25-year anniversary a few months ago. I've been a pro photographer for years with an ear for music since I was a kid in the 60s. Good stuff there. So we're going to jump in here, take a look at this one. Beats by Luke, L'amour de love on Your Music Live. Mais oui. Combination of sounds there, Beats by Luke. I really liked you got the hi-hats there, you got the nice sort of high piano arpeggio, and the woo reminds me of playing Ghosts and Goblins back in the day. Anyone play video games? Is anyone a fan of the video games? Do the kids still play the video games these days? No, I used to love the old school 80s arcade games and played on the Commodore 64. Man, that was my jam. So anything that's got a bit of that chip tune kind of vibe to it is all right by me. Speaking of all right by me, let's grab our next tune. This one comes to us from Cam Coyle, and he says, this song was a stylistic experiment by me, and the producer is a reflection about taking mental health issues head on. So we're going to take a listen to this one, Cam Coyle and Reactive, here on Your Music Live Extra Edition.
Reactive, all my passions feeling past tense.
really like it. I like the vocoder style on the tuning, on the vocals. The video is great. The colors there, just capturing the colors, like color of nature, and then the colorization of the, you know, what you're wearing there, and putting all that in together. Like, it just looks and sounds really cool, really fresh. I dig it. Very cool stuff. Cam Coyle. And you can check out Cam Coyle over there on the YouTube, as you can see there, and go and subscribe. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go and subscribe to Cam Coyle this second and throw a like on there. And you can do the same thing, because I've done the hard work for you. I put all of the links from the show down in the description. They're right there right now, because again, this is live to tape. If you're confused, don't be too confused. I might be in the chat if you're watching the premiere, or if you're watching the replay. It's all down there in the description. You can go and check it all out. We've got our next track coming up here. This one is from Christopher Brousard, who says this song is about trying to be a better man. Like Pearl Jam, maybe? No. It's my first single I've released following my first album release, Sonic Color. Collaborated with the band Rain. I feel it's my first magnum opus, LOL. Can you have more than one magnum opus? I don't know. We're going to find out, because this one's called Lighting Fires to See the Light. It's Christopher Brousard, and we're going to spin it up here on YML Extra.
Closer than I've ever been. Heat waves rise between you and I, consuming all that is passion. Like a night is going to spread the speeds we've never seen before. Anxious and prone to make a mess. Just keep in mind that I am yours. I'm trying to be a better man. For my love, my other half, my best friend. When the shine dims and there's not a glint inside, I'm lighting fires to see the light. I'm trying to be a better man. For my love, my other half, my best friend. And when the shine dims and there's not a glint inside, I'm lighting fires to see the light.
Very cool stuff there. Christopher Brousard and the band Rain. Very kind of jazzy, bluesy, kind of experimental sort of music there, and I dig it. It's right in my wheelhouse. So I dig what the band Rain have shared here on the channel before, and Christopher Brousard there with Rain doing some cool things. You can go and check out Christopher over on the YouTubes. Again, I'm not subscribed to a lot of these folks. I'm doing my business here now, because I got to keep subscribed to these wonderful artists, because there's so many cool artists out there sharing their music here on Your Music Live. Don't forget, if you want to submit a song to Your Music Live, all you need to do is use the link down in the description. Just go to studiolivetoday.com/YML, and that is going to be the place where you can fill in the form, and then we'll play your song. And look, sometimes you'll be on an extra show like this one. Sometimes it'll take a little while to get your song played, because we get such a backlog, and that's what this show's all about. Let's clear some of the backlog, but not just clear it out like, oh, let's just get rid of it. But this is amazing music. These are awesome artists, and we want to share them here on the show. So that's what we're doing here today, including this next one from Colin Stanton. He says, this song is in support of our liberation from religious tyranny, deluded despots thinking that they have the right to subject other people to their flawed beliefs. Yeah, absolutism is usually risky, isn't it? Without getting on the political side, because this is a show about music, but you can't really have music without politics and without religion and without sex and drugs and rock and roll, man. But we're going to play this one here. This is RVW. Colin Stanton, Your Music Live.
Getting something that you didn't want. No way. not even a little bit, not a smudging, no, not at all. So waking up, then finding something there. Didn't have a mind or heart for it to be. Yeah, well, this here world keeps it turning. Discovering yearning to be more than just what you did something you didn't want. No way, no how. Not even a little bit. Not at all.
Really haunting vibes there from Colin Stanton. It's got a bit of little Neil Young in there, isn't there? I reckon that comes through there, like Neil Young and Neil Diamond together. But no, really well done. I like the guitar and just the emphasis there, and just that hanging out. Like sometimes it's easy to just want something to be in like a very standard kind of pattern, but that extra bar or two, it just creates that anticipation that I think is really cool, and Colin does that well in this particular track, so good job. Thank you for sharing. Remember, sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen. Speaking of our next artist, I'm crystal clear that this one's going to be cool. So let's actually, I've just got to fix my thing here. I haven't, for those that use Excel, I need to wrap my text because I can't read everyone's descriptions. Crystal Clear say, hey Pete, this song is pretty much the sequel to the last song that I submitted on the show. If you can't tell, I'm that guy who made music on the PSP. Oh yes, we had this artist who made music on the PSP, the PlayStation Portable, which is kind of ridiculous. I love it. I hope this goes well. Cheers. So this one's called Divi, and it's from Crystal Clear, and we're going to spin it here on YML Extra Edition. And it helps if you press play. Very cool beat there, and look, I have no idea how you make music on a PSP. I'm assuming it's a digital device and you've got controls, so you control things, but that is really nice, really well put together, and nice little glitchy video to go along with it there. It really goes with that distorted kind of effect that you're getting there on the sound, so great job there from Crystal Clear. Keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, would love to know more about that, how you actually create on the PSP. I'm always astounded when people use things like, little pocket operators, or they're using older technology to create things. it just goes to show that you can create things on anything. Anyone making Game Boy music out there on a Game Boy? Surely there was a music app. Listen to me. It's so modern. It's an app. Surely there was a game, like a cartridge for a Game Boy that was a music maker. Like everything had Mario music or something. Mario learns piano. I don't know. I'm babbling, and I shouldn't be, because we've got a heap of great music, including this next one from X Phil. He says it's a track, or they, he, she, they. It's a track I started a week or two ago. I didn't have any vocals for it. Since then, I've reached out to a vocalist who provided me with these beautiful vocals. Very cool. I love a collaboration. I love a good collab story. So let's take a listen to this one, shall we? This is X Phil and Try a Little Harder here on YML Extra Edition.
We live, we learn, we fight, it burns, we try to hold on to the fire. So we live, we learn, we try to turn the bad things into another. I see it in your eyes, see all that you're trying to hide, trying to save yourself from going under. When the pressure gets too much, when you never feel enough, that's when you gotta try a little harder. That's when you gotta try a little harder. That's when you gotta try a little harder.
What a jam, right? That is a full-on certified bop there. X Phil, Try a Little Harder here on Your Music Live Extra. And yeah, definitely found the right vocalist there in my humble opinion. That sounded kick butt. So good job there. Cool song, well put together, well produced, just nice beat, nice, simple, but effective. And sometimes that's all you need. You don't need things to be super duper complicated in your life and in your world. Speaking of which, that's a great segue over to our wonderful sponsors, because DistroKid have been helping keep the lights on around here at Studio Live today for a long time, and they do it by providing a platform where you can share your music. Yes, you can upload your music and they will distribute it to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon, all the places, and they do it for one yearly fee. And here's the cool thing. You can release an unlimited amount of singles, EPs, and albums. Check it all out. This is all the things that I've released with them. I've been using DistroKid since well before they started sponsoring this show. But it's just a really easy way to get your music out there. And then the coolest thing is that once it's there, you don't have to share complicated links with people. You just say, wherever you're looking, search Pete Johns, you're going to find my music. And that could be your artist name as well. So you just say, search for X Phil, and whether you're on Spotify or Apple Music, whatever you use, YouTube Music, it's going to be there. And that's why DistroKid is cool. We thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of Your Music Live. They rock. Other folks who rock are those who submit their music here to Your Music Live, including Hal Miller, who said, I use GarageBand to record via iRig. Everything is original content. We like to hear it. We like to see it. So let's jump on over and take a listen to this one, shall we? This is from Hal Miller and the HK Music Experience, and a track called Where Did It Go on YML Extra Edition.
Where's my clean water? Where's my clean air? We sent you all the money. Where did all that money go? The rivers are drying up. All the mountain snows are gone. We sent you all the money.
deaf ears. We sent you all the money. Where did all that money go?
What a very cool tune. We send you all the money. Yeah. Good hook. Great stuff there. Loved the interplay there of the little lead guitar parts and the vocals on that. Yeah, really good. Look, short and sweet. Short, sweet, does the job. And recorded in GarageBand, which we love around here. We love it however you want to record your music. Just be making music. That's the thing. Make music, not excuses. That's what we like to say. Well, we don't, but I just decided to say it right now. Thank you so much for sharing. That was super cool. And Hal Miller, hopefully we hear more from Hal in the future. If the quality's anything like that, we want to hear more. How do you like it? How do you like it? Let's jump back over to the cloud of sounds and grab some Heart House Records, who say, my aim was to tell a story. I was inspired to write this after watching a movie and hearing the soundtrack. Very cool. It is Heart House Records, and Run After You is the title of this one. Let's give it a spin here on Your Music Live Extra Edition.
Station when I see you, my breath is taken as I take in the view. My heart is racing, I feel it breaking, my mind is painted with all that you do. I wanna be with you, breathe you in and feel you and take you home and make my days my everything, always. I'm gonna run after you, 'cause we're meant to be. There's a sign on my heart that reads, please don't forget about me. I don't wanna be the lonely one. I know I am not the only one at all. I'm gonna run after you. Please don't forget about me. Na 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 na.
Very cool stuff. Definitely movie soundtrack vibes from that one, yeah? Run After You, Heart House Records. Very sort of late 80s, early 90s. There was a lot of that kind of rock pop going on. And so it has that kind of classic vibe, but with a freshness to it as well. That's very 2023. So great job there. Really liking what Heart House Records are doing. And if you dug that, jump down in the description. Go and follow them. Don't stalk them. Follow them. Go and make sure that you keep up to date with everything that they be sharing over there. And yeah, that's very cool. Support the folks. Support the artists who support this show and who put a lot of effort into making music to share. So great job again. Someone else who corrects great music is our friend Howling Fret Fumbler, we've heard from a few times lately. They say this started from the bass riff in Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun by Pink Floyd and grew from there. The dancer is Kira Lebedeva from Lviv, Ukraine. My pronunciation is terrible, and it's I'm pre-recording this. You think I could have looked some of this stuff up. She is particularly gifted in this Arabic-inspired movement, but she's an incredible dancer and also performs other styles. So 207 is where Howling Fret Fumbler, where he would like us to start this track. So that's where we're queuing it up here, and we're going to give this one a spin here on YML Extra Edition. Super cool indeed. Super talented. Both the music and the performance there was mesmerizing, wasn't it? It just makes you want to go and check out more, which I will be doing after this show, and you can do as well. I'm throwing a like there. I'm already subscribed to Howling Fret Fumbler, so I don't have to worry about keeping up with the latest. But that was very different from a lot of stuff we've heard from that artist before, but equally cool. And I love music like that sometimes having something that's just kicking along. I've said this before. I've said it a million times, but I have my admin playlist, like my bill paying, email reading, doing the boring stuff. Not that emails are boring. Emails okay. Anyway, doing the boring admin stuff playlist so that I can just concentrate and focus. And that's the sort of cool music that I love when I do that. So that one's going to be going on the list. Great stuff there from Howling Fret Fumbler. Next track up here, we have Hypnotic Transformations. Now, I'm not sure if this description sounds familiar, so I'm not sure if we maybe played this before and I didn't mark it off my list, but guess what? We're playing it again because I'm sure it's cool. They say, I wrote this with the ideas of Philip K. Dick's story, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I felt like this is a soundtrack to the REM sleep of an android. Yeah? That sounds like an interesting concept, if ever there was. So let's jump on over. Let's give this one a spin here on Your Music Live Extra Edition. Very cool stuff there. Excellent work from Hypnotic Transformations. Very cool. Again, love the video. Love the creative video work as well as the really cool audio. When you can bring together some fine audio and some amazing video that's going to mesmerize folks, you're on a winner. I say you're a winner chicken dinner. Speaking of winning, we've got this next track up here from ISAA, I-S-A-A. They say, Break Down the Party is a funky club rap song. I want to spread the message of just letting your hair down and having fun. It also includes a slight undertone that no matter how many things go wrong, as long as you're having fun, you're winning. Hashtag winning. Parental advisory on the lyrics of this one. So again, block the kiddies' ears. But we're going to give this one a spin. ISAA, Break Down the Party, Your Music Live Extra Edition.
Yeah, hey, break it fucking down, but the party don't stop. Living in the party and you're picking up a mop. Pulling up your pants and you let them go drop. Shadow all the glass and the party don't stop. Cause I break it fucking down, but the party don't stop. Living in the party and you're picking up a mop. Pulling up your pants and you let them go drop. Shadow all the glass and the party don't stop. Like, what we talking about? Is it with the numbers and it ain't over now? Only ever stop when I'm seeing all around. Looking for the top as I please all the crowd. Singing my grave and it's me v me. Only playing mind games 3v3. Helping only one guy, man, that's me. I'm not the price man, I'm the fee. Priceless, acting like this goes crisis. When they crack kiss in my room, that's private. Jetified with that, I like this. Objectified, putting on a show for the crowd of the show. Moving all together as we moving with the flow. Coming through the coast and now I am the show. Yeah, hey, break it fucking down, but the party don't stop. Living in the party and you're picking up a mop. Pulling up your pants and you let it go drop.
You know you're nodding your head. Just try to not nod your head, tap your toes and do your thing to that one. Very cool. Party anthem there from Isa here on Your Music Live Extra edition. See, this is why we do this, because if we get too far behind, we miss out on cool songs, because eventually I just have to go, right, well, I guess I just have to cut the list down. But no, let's not cut the list down. Let's just do an extra show, because that's how much I love you folks and your independent music. Don't forget that you can check out everything else we do here on Studio Live Today. Just head over to studiolivetoday.com. From there, you'll be able to check out all the links to all of the places where I share tips, tricks, tutorials, live shows, music, you name it. It's there, including all the communities that you can join, such as the Facebook group, the Discord server, and a bunch of other places. Hang out where all the cool people are hanging out around the Studio Live Today community. Next up, we have a track from Jackfruit. Cool name. I like a bit of Jackfruit. I wrote it on my guitar and I added synths on GarageBand. It's about seeing your crush with someone else at a party. Oh, and it's called Sad Party. So we're going to jump on over here. We've got it on the Spotify's here. You know what? I'm going to show you a little trick here. Because it's here on Spotify, what I'm going to do is jump in here and go to songwhip.com. Because what I can do is I can make a music link here and paste it in here. Because I'm not a Spotify subscriber. It's harder for me to play on Spotify. I am an Apple Music and I am a YouTube Music subscriber. So I already have two services. So what I can do here is jump in here and say, let's play this Jackfruit song over on YouTube. And that's what we're going to do here right now. So let's give this one a spin. Sad Party on Your Music Live Extra edition.
Hey Jack, you should come to the party tonight. It'll be really good. Just bring your own drinks and stuff.
Saw you at the party, I saw you kiss him. If I'm just honest, I was sad at the party. We didn't get off or get close to it. All I see is a sad party. Guess I'm a drunk mess, it's not a problem. Max had said that he enjoyed it. Every hot girl never wants me. Now she will kiss him. I'm sad at the party.
A tale of woe that I'm sure many can relate to, being sad at the party because the person that you would like to be hanging with is choosing to hang with somebody else. It happens, man. There's plenty more fish in that proverbial sea. That's what I got to say about that. But thanks for sharing that one. I like it. From Jackfruit. Sad Party. And again, yeah, use songwhip.com if you want to share your music. It's a cool way because then whoever you're sharing it with can go to whatever platform. So I know Spotify is kind of ubiquitous, but there are some of us weird old fogies who use things like Apple Music or YouTube Music. So songwhip.com just means we have all those links in one place. It's a cool thing to do. Let's jump back over to the cloud of sounds, shall we? This one's Jack Splash 19 who says, I just started to release my music on all platforms, and this is a song is part of my first album. This is a lo-fi album. Hope you enjoy. I do enjoy me some lo-fi, so I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this one. Let's dream together. Jack Splash 9 on Your Music Live Extra.
Why do we never appreciate what we have until it's gone? It's gone.
delicious lo-fi there from Jack Splash 9 with Let's Dream Together. Very cool stuff. I do have a soft spot for lo-fi. I just love it. You know, the little movie quotes or the bits of the spoken word at the start. And just, I've tried to make lo-fi. I can't make it. So I have the utmost respect for folks who make cool lo-fi Wi-Fi. You probably don't want lo-fi Wi-Fi, just quietly. But very cool stuff there from Jack Splash 9. We're moving on here because we do things quickly here on the YML show, especially the YML Extra show. Don't forget, though, we do have the main live show that we do 2 hours every week, and we do it on a Sunday evening or afternoon or a Monday morning, depending where you are in the world. So you're talking 2 p.m. on the West Coast, 5 p.m. on the East Coast of the US and Canada, 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or what they call UTC now, and 9 a.m. on the East Coast of Australia for a bit of Monday morning grooves, such as the songs that we're sharing here today, because this is at a different time, though. So this is hopefully helping out some of our European and UK folks who are usually having to tune in a bit late at night. Hopefully you are able to listen to and watch this show at a more reasonable hour, which is why we do these extra shows at a different time. Let's grab this next one. This is from John W. Adams, who says, actually recorded in a studio to get a live barroom vibe. 4 takes with 8 people talking around the room, singing each successive chorus until the end. I had a total of 36 voices singing the final chorus to give and everyone catches on to sing the refrain. Cool. Enjoy this song about the late night television phone prawn industry of the early 90s. Yeah, 0055000. Let's give this one a spin. Touch Tone Lover. John W. Adams, Your Music Live Extra Edition.
When you come to realize you drank too much cheap beer, I whisper something stupid like I love you in your ear. And making no exception, I'll talk dirty to your friend. Cause talking leads to money in my pocket in the end. I'm just a man more like your dad than an actor on TV. But you call me and tell me who, and I'll say he is me. No personal checks, no money orders, CODs or cash. I'm your 2D lover, baby, push me in your or ask me any questions and I'll tell you horny lies. I'm the love the Beatles says that money never buys. If you never wanted a man to call your own, here's my 1-900 number, call me on the phone. It's really not that difficult, but you know it's getting hard. And just for your convenience, I'll take Visa, MasterCard. Just one thing before you start to lifting up your dress. If you could kindly give the numbers off your dad's AM Express. Well, ask me any questions and I'll tell you all the line. I'm the love the Beatles said that money never buys. If you never wanted a man to call your own, here's my 1-900 number, call me on the phone.
I love it. I just really dig the vibe, just the glasses clinking and the people just enjoying themselves in the background there. John W. Adams, you've done some good stuff in the past, but that's got to be right up there, my friend, with some of the best stuff that I've heard from you. So well done indeed. Round of applause for those watching here on the premiere, or perhaps you are instead watching on the replay. Either way, I hope you're having fun. Are you having fun? I'm going to ask you that direct question. If you are, thumbs up. If you're not, thumbs down. That's okay. I'm a big boy. I've got thick skin. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. I got myself some thick skin. Speaking of thick skin, I'm bad at segues, but it wouldn't be a YML show without a toilet break. And it's a bit of a quicker show here tonight, so the toilet break's a little earlier in proceedings, but doesn't mean we shouldn't have one. And I've handpicked something for you here because someone in this community that is super awesome is the one and only moderator extraordinaire, Thomas Christ. He's probably right here. In fact, it's a weird time for Thomas, so he might not be here. Let's not put pressure on poor Tom because we're doing this at a different time than usual, and it's not going to be as convenient for our US and Canadian friends. But every week at YML and GarageBand Weekly and the Happy Hour and all the shows we do here on the channel, Thomas Christ is a he's a rock. He's just there. And I thought, well, let's play something really cool from Thomas. This is actually from his side project called Folk You. I have to say that very carefully. And this is my favourite tune of his from this side project. It's right up there with Bossa Nova Button. That's kind of cool as well. But this one, I find myself walking around humming it in my head. You're going to be humming it in your head after you hear this one. So let's take us a wee break and take a listen to E.T. Phone Home. Folk You, the Thomas Christ side project. Our toilet break on YML Extra Edition. Singing E.T. Phone Home. I'm not an alien, I'm not an alien. Or maybe I am. Who knows, man? But that's a very cool tune, and I thought it was fitting for us to play here on this YML Extra Edition. Whether or not Thomas Christ is actually with us right now on the premiere of this or not, I'm sure he'll be catching up on the replay, and hopefully he appreciates having that little track spun there here of our toilet break. Let's grab us our first tune of our second half here. We're going to go for probably another 40-ish minutes here just to get through some of these. Again, I keep saying get through. It makes it sound like we're trying to, just rush our way through, which we are a little bit, but we want to savor and enjoy these as well because they are cool artists and creating cool tunes. This one's Lost Poet, who has shared some really interesting songs. And this one, he said, written after watching Steptoe and Son. Yeah, do you remember Steptoe and Son? Yeah, these guys? A very, fairly obscure kind of TV show from the, late 70s, early 80s? Anyway, let's take a listen to this one. It's called Like Steptoe Without His Son, Lost Poet, on Your Music Live Extra Edition.
I wrote this whilst watching Steptoe and Son. I called it Like Steptoe Without His Son. Like Steptoe Without His Son. I'm useless without you, and baby, in this 90 degrees, it's far too hot. Away from just another day, but hey, did you hear the news? It's easier to sing in the blues when you're down. I just want out of this godforsaken town. I have a mouth that's so big, you put the Watford tongue to shame. You don't have to be quick to know my game. What's my name? When every reflection isn't the same as the person I wanna be, staring back at the life I never had. Suicidally sad, always breaking bad habits, just to piece them back together again. I trust no one, even friends, if it meant never being hurt again. I just wanna blend instead of sticking out like a soul phone. Cause right now I'm in such a mess, I feel like a porn star covered in lights. Come, glory, 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 glory. But there's no hallelujah. They're trying to pollute the atmosphere with depression. I'm kind of feeling like Skeptomatis without you on.
It's just, I just love what can inspire some folks to make music, and Lost Poet has some interesting jams in terms of the content, where it's like, you just find something. And that's the thing, if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know what to write about, I'm a musician but I'm lost for words, write about anything, man. Someone could write the Seinfeld song. If you could write a Steptoe and Son song, what's a weird obscure show? The What's Happening song, maybe. I was going to say Cosby Show, but no, don't write that. Don't write the Cosby Show. All right, let's continue on before I start naming other less than savoury characters. And grab this one from Matt Dunning. He says, hi, this was created just after Christmas, basically about unrequited love, inspired by starting at work back when I was a teenager. Slow start, but it builds all within GarageBand iOS, apart from the vocals recorded in Cakewalk. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. Matt Dunning. Matt Dunning, Across the Corridor on YML Extra Edition.
I am sat here, close to you. She's at your desk, your eyes on her. She leans to you, whispers close. You both smile, your time with her. There was a time eyes were for me, and now it's gone. You fell for her. Wish we could be just back a year, friends forever, and not with
her. Really cool. I love that. It's that this is a triumph. What's that? Alive, like the Jonathan Colton song with the cool, creepy AI robot voice. Yeah, really good stuff there. Across the Corridor. And yeah, look, there's more. And I know you're probably booing me right now in the chat for turning that one down because you want to see where it goes and where it develops. But here's the good thing. The good news is that you can go and check out the full version of that song and all the other songs that we share here on this edition, as well as all the other editions. Did you know we do this every week? This is like an extra one. This is YML Extra, but we do this show on the weekly and we play all of these cool music. So please do go and check it out. Just go to studiolivetoday.com. You'll find all the places, all the ways that you can interact and share your music here on the show. All right, let's grab our next tune. This one comes to us from Michael Thompson, who says, hi, Pete. Here's a collaboration I did with Steve McLoone, vocals, and Tom Williams on second guitar. The music was written along with two others for an Italian artist. He decided to use one of my other songs. So Steve wrote some lyrics and sang. Very cool. Well, let's cue this one up here and give it a spin, shall we? So this is Michael Thompson and Friends, Say You Will, here on Your Music Live Extra Edition.
Just from feeling, my mind is just reeling back ways in the ocean and danger bringing when you're in the room. Playing games and playing games. Say you will into the drill. Say you will. Is it a pleasure or pain? Rock me and roll me, take control. Don't down, let it go in. One, this is ocean, reality, nature, space, time, dance. Speeding light is steady, sweet on my steady. Say you will, thrill the thrill. Say you will, is it a pleasure or pain?
Just straight up cool rock and roll there from Michael Thompson and Friends. Really cool. Liked it. Big anthemic kind of melody lead on those vocals. Love the little lead parts on the guitar in there as well. All sounding great. So another triumph from Michael Thompson. You can check out everything that Michael does. I've subscribed because of course I am. Let's throw a like on that YouTube video over there. You can check that one out down in the description as well as all of the other songs we play. Don't forget that we do YML thanks to DistroKid. Yeah, they are our sponsors. They have been for a long time. And if you're an independent artist and you want to get your music out there to all the different platforms, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, Deezer, yeah, DistroKid's your one-stop shop. You can sign up for as little as $19.99 per year and then release an unlimited amount of songs, EPs, and albums. It is simply the easiest, most effective way to get your music out there in the world. The rest is up to you. You got to make the good music, then you got to promote it. But DistroKid make it easy to get it out there to the world. Speaking of the world, another artist from around the world that we dig is Michael, aka Zand Band. Yeah, he's one of my patrons. He's just an amazing gentleman out of Canada. All the nicest folks are from Canada, right? And he produces some really cool music. This one is just a casual melody. Michael, aka Zand Band. And you know what to do if you're watching this on the premiere. Get those Zs flying in the chat. Let's give this one a spin here on YML Extra Edition. Michael, aka Zand Band. My goodness, does this guy have so many strings to his artistic bow, but all of them are awesome in my experience so far, at least. So, Michael, thank you for sharing yet another creation here on YML Extra. And again, we do YML Extra because of blokes like Michael who just share and create so much music that we often don't have enough time to play him every week. And otherwise some of these great compositions and songs just slip through the cracks, which isn't good for anyone. Let's jump on in. We've got a heap more to play here. This one is a collaboration between Pete Irie and Clayton von Kluge. He says, collab with me and KVK. Has brief images of cannabis, just letting you know. So thank you for letting me know that. So I guess if anyone has any sensitivities to that, please look away now, perhaps. Because, although you know what? How many places is cannabis legal now? Like most. I think Australia's just sort of dragging behind it, which I actually like. Look, let's not get into a whole discussion. I just really don't like the smell. I don't have any issues with people, with grown-ass adults doing what they want to do, but the smell just makes me go, just saying. So there you go. Let's play this one. It is a Dub a Day. Pete Irie, Clayton von Kluge here on Your Music Live Extra edition. That's a jam right there. Very cool stuff. Pete Irie and Clayton von Kluge coming together and sharing some cool tunage there. Very dubby, very nice. I dig it. I dig it in a big bad way. Thank you for sharing that one. And don't worry, I wasn't too offended by the images. Hopefully the YouTube checkers aren't too worried about it. That's more my concern these days. Is it's like, look, I don't want to be one of those people that say, "Oh man, can't you do anything anymore? Everyone's no, that's not the case. Like, that's not it. There's some things that are just not compatible that we used to do that we no longer do. Sometimes it's just innocent and it gets labelled a certain way, and sometimes that'll happen. Which we just roll with the punches. Let's grab this next one. This one comes to us from our old mate Clint, aka Phantom Agents. He says, well, another year and back to the grind. Hope you're doing well starting 23 with crime hip-hop about a criminal pimp and his profits. Hope 23 is better as it couldn't be worse than 22. Well, it depends, I guess, on your perspective and what's been going on, but it has been a challenging couple of years for many folks. So I hope you're doing well out there. Yeah, you good? Good. All right, let's have a listen to this one. It's called Love Leviathan, and it's Phantom Agents on Your Music Live.
From one flat fee to another flat fee, the hours are short and the money's free, and the banknotes rustle like an international language. Even a recession doesn't put him out of a package. Back in the depression, he made a huge profit. A one-man crime wave, who could stop it? Walking in and out of rooms, I made it my career. I'm with the white, what to do? What have I got to fear? And I don't know where wrinkles appear and disappear. You think you're in the pink and you say you're in the clear. Walking in and out out of rooms I made of my career. I'm with the white, what to do, what have I got to fear? And I don't know my wrinkles appear and disappear. You think you're in the pink and you say you're in the clear. Spend no cash, you fear no man. You could be a loved by a fan. Devil in the deep blue sea. What you saw you didn't see. My guardian angels are working for me. My guardian angels are working for me.
Phantom Agents, Clinch Kelleher, always bringing the funk and bringing the noise, and no exception on that one. Very cool stuff there. I kind of like the so you might listen to that and go, the vocals are a little buried in the mix. That would be a fair assumption, but I don't actually mind a little bit of understated vocals. I grew up in an age where the vocals didn't need to be punching you in the face on every song, so I kind of dug it. But, you know, you be the judge. Let us know. Let us know in the chat or in the comments what you think about this. And by the way, leave a comment. While you're down, leaving the thumbs up. If you're watching on the replay, leave us a comment. If you're watching live on the premiere of this one, feel free to chat away. I hope you're enjoying it if you are here. Either way, whether you're here for the premiere or whether you're watching on the replay. Let's grab us some PA, shall we? Now, this is something that PA submitted a while ago, and I wanted to share this one because it is Alpha Tower, the Mindset Reset album, a digital concert. And they say, as for this video is too long to be played fully, I would like to say that this is a therapy session to all the lonely, broken, and underestimated souls outside. Whoever feels this is invited to join the You versus Yourself journey. PA from Germany, always bringing the interesting, introspective, kind of thoughtful stuff. So let's give this one a spin. Alpha Tower, PA, here on Your Music Live, Extra Edition.
All I had was music, man, and music was my one-night stand. Be the alpha tower of depressed situations. If you would know what I'm carrying on my shoulders. Be the alpha tower of depressed situations. Nobody tried to understand. All I had was music, man, and music was my one-night stand. Be the alpha tower of depressed situations. Sitting on my throne, if you can make it, man, then throw me out of my own throne. Throw me out of my own throne. Push play. Throw me out of my own throne. Push play. Then throw me out of my own throne. Push play.
3, 2, 1, go.
Very cool. There are few folks more creative than PA, and if you want to go check that one out, it's 22 minutes of PA goodness that you might want to go and check out for yourself. So that is linked in the description, along with all of the other songs, the amazing artists that we've played on the show here today, including this next one. This is SAG, or is it SAG? You never know when it's something like that. It is a short orchestral piece with a Halloweenish feel to it. It is an instrumental without vocal, made with virtual instruments only, and it's got a very cool looking little video here. So let's give this one a spin. It is called Spooky Time, and it is from SAG, S-A-G, here on YML Extra. Are you feeling Spooky. I know I am. Very cool stuff there from SAG, S-A-G. There you go. Bank that one for your next Halloween party in, about 9 months' time. Very cool stuff there. I dig it. Let's grab our next tune. This one comes to us from Scribbles, who says, written in Logic Pro, the sun has been God for most of humanity, and the eclipse was the eye of God. Ooh, you folks and your mysterious descriptions. I kind of love it. Let's jump on over and take a listen to this one. This is Solar Eclipse, and we're going to play it live here on YML Extra Edition. I kind of love that. Very cool stuff. It does make you think, doesn't it? Like, not to take away from the music, it was a very cool tune, but it does make you think, what would people in the before time, before, science or before we had understanding of things, what would they have thought of things like solar eclipses? It wouldn't happen very often, but man, they'd be like, oh, well, this is the end of the world. Sun's gone. Been blocked out by something. Yeah, we're all going to die. And then they don't. And they'd be like, oh, okay. Fair enough. But yeah, can you imagine that? Like if you didn't know it was coming and suddenly it was the middle of the day and it just went dark, you'd be like, well, here comes the apocalypse. I don't think I've ever said that phrase on Your Music Live. Well, here comes the apocalypse. But yeah. Different strokes, hey? Different strokes for different folks. We're going to continue on here. We've got a few more songs to play here on the show, so don't check out just yet. We've got some more coolness coming your way, including this one from Saban Ganji, who says, a love song about simplicity of sweetheart, recorded in a home studio. And I love hearing a little bit of world music from all different parts on this show. So this track is called Yek Tek Abr, and I have no idea if I either pronounced that correctly or what that means, but we're going to give it a spin here on Your Music Live Extra Edition.
یک تکه ابر در باد کافیست تا چشمهای بی سرمت را سرگرم کند بی اینکه گوشهای بی گوشوارت چیزی بشنوند.
Super brooding and angsty kind of tune there. I really like it. Really well done there. And it sounded like I was close there with Yek Teke Abr as the pronunciation. But yeah, obviously my accent's not going to be great. But I like that. Like it really had, like, I loved the chord progression there. It was just very dark, very brooding kind of sound and feel in that one. So well done. Thank you for sharing. Remember, sharing is caring. And Sharon is Karen. If you would like to share the show, use the share button below. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. You can also use the thumbs up, guns up button there, or thumbs down if you're not having fun. But if you're not having fun, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you need to go and do some basket weaving, or some wood chopping, or some candlestick making. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. Maybe listening to awesome music is just not in your wheelhouse. No, it's all good. You do you. Grown-up adults doing what they want to do. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, knock yourself out. Sticks for Guns is not only a cool name for an artist, they are a cool artist as well. They say plenty of layers in this tune. Always start out thinking, let's keep it minimal. Never works though, right? Sometimes it feels like no matter how simple you try to keep things, it always ends up more complicated than you first thought. But I'm sure it's awesome because Sticks for Guns is an amazing artist. This one's called These Feelings Never Go. We're going to spin it right here, right now on Your Music Live Extra Edition. Guns always brings the fun sounds in their awesome tunes. Very cool. Again, Sticks for Guns. If you're not supporting Richard, jump on over and subscribe to Sticks for Guns. I don't say this often because I don't like the whole go and subscribe to everyone all the time forever, because if you don't dig the music, you're not going to listen to it in the future. Don't subscribe. You're doing them a disservice. But if you dug that, go and subscribe to Sticks for Guns over on the YouTubes, because very cool artists creating great music. And every time I see something pop up in my feed, it's like a little treat, because whenever new Sticks for Guns is released, it's right there in my feed. And you can have that too by going down to the description and clicking on the links down there. You'll also find this track from Stone Dog, who say, written about 26 years ago when I was a teenager. I recorded it over lockdown using my iPad and an iRig with all real instruments. Recently tweaked the recording thanks to your videos on mastering with some upgraded kit, but still on iPad. Drums, bass, vox, guitars, all me. And we're going to give this one a spin. This is 60 Miles High. This is Stone Dog here on YML Extra Edition.
To see the landscapes of my mind. a chance for them to fly.
Stone Dog, 60 miles high. How cool is that? Definitely has that 90s kind of post-grunge feel to it, doesn't it? Ticking along there with the guitars and the vocals and the drums and the bass. Really well done, well recorded, well mixed, and a cool song. Definitely, I'm subscribing to your topic channel over there. Very cool stuff. And you know how we know that Stone Dog are cool? Because this little thing here that says provided to YouTube by DistroKid. Yeah, so this is what it looks like when you release your music with DistroKid. It'll pop it on YouTube and it'll look just like this. It'll put it on everywhere, but it also puts it on YouTube and you get your own topic channel, which is different to your regular channel. It's a complicated thing on the YouTube side, but not complicated on the DistroKid side. So you can get your music out there so that folks like me can listen to you wherever they happen to be, including on YouTube. Few songs to go here, a couple of songs before we finish up here. Let's grab this next one. This is from Psycho 7, and they say, testing my newly revamped studio setup over the holiday, got in touch with an old drummer friend to catch up, only to learn of a sad loss of his daughter was killed while walking by a drunk hit and run. My piano keys had been sticking on A, so I cleaned the circuit board but found myself drawn to playing around that A, her first initial. My biggest fan. Sad news. Yep, very sad news indeed. Again, it's no comfort really, but except that sometimes making music, hearing music, creating music can be something that will help us. And I've always said this, that when you're feeling terrible, making music can make you feel okay. If you're feeling okay, it'll make you feel good. If you're feeling good, it's got a good chance of making you feel great. So music can be a healer, and sounds like that was the case here. This is Season of Sorrow, Psycho 7, here on YML Extra Edition. Definitely a very melancholy progression there in the minor key with the do, 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 do. Well put together though, and good job. Yeah, like a horrible thing to have to be writing a song about or to inspire a song. But yeah, at the same time, it creates music, and yeah, there's no way to justify it. You can't say, oh, yeah, it's definitely obviously not a good thing. But the thing that you can resurrect from it is, yeah, helping others and helping yourself heal through music. That's a good thing, or at least a better thing than nothing. Put it that way. It's hard to talk through that sort of stuff sometimes, isn't it? Let's grab our next song. This one comes to us from the Sand Dolls. We've got a few more songs to go. The Sand Dolls are cool too. Why? Yeah, look at that. Provided to YouTube by DistroKid. So you know that they're cool. So this is a track called My Way or The Highway. And about this one, they say, written about a crumbling relationship with a girl that fell into a domino effect over one bad night. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? My Way or The Highway. The Sand Dolls on Your Music Live Extra Edition.
I got real blue. All I wanted is the truth. Now once again, I'm alone.
Very cool there. The Sand Dolls, My Way or the Highway. I love a good long intro. I know it's not really kosher anymore because all the pop music these days is just like bang, it's into the song, straight into it, no messing about. But I don't know, I came from the 80s and 90s where like a 1 or a 1.5 minute intro was like the norm. And these days, if you're not in your first chorus in the first 30 seconds, it's considered a slow song. No, so I kind of dug that. But really cool stuff there. And I think that might be the first time we've heard from the Sand Dolls here on YML. So hopefully we hear more from the Sand Dolls in the future. And again, they've made the right choice because they're releasing their music with DistroKid. Let's grab our next tune. This one comes to us from a band that we've played a few times here on the show, and that is Treatment in Progress. They say another one of our songs recorded in 1997, just mixed and released. The lyrics are probably about something that was on the news at the time. 12-string acoustic intro for you guitar fans. Yeah, hands up who loves a bit of a 12-string acoustic. Yeah, let's have a listen to this one. It's called Full Life. It's from Treatment in Progress, and we're going to listen to it here on YML Extra Edition. Love the bells. Great guitars, more long intros, more sludgy, grungy goodness there, this time from Treatment in Progress. And again, look, is that the trifecta of amazing artists that all release with DistroKid? I think it might be. I think there's a trend around here, and that is that folks that are cool and that hang out in this community know their stuff, and they know that releasing with DistroKid's the right thing to do. We do thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of Your Music Live. If you want to check them out, there's a link down in the description. You can save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. And if you want to be on a future episode, if you've got a song that you think is going to rock the YML community, you can submit it. studiolivetoday.com/YML. It was from Vlad DJ. They say, this is a song I made from the perspective of another artist. In this case, the Swedish singer-rapper Loam. The title of the song, Alla dina spel, in Swedish means all of your games in English, which is about a person playing games with one's feelings and showing their fake personality. Yeah, everyone knows someone like that that's got a bit of a fake personality where you're like, yeah, but what do you really think? Who are you really deep down inside? Let's give this one a spin. Vlad, DJ Alla Dinner Spell on Your Music Live Extra edition.
Vet du vad jag kan säga när jag ser dig gåendes på stan? Du ska veta att vi två inte är på samma plan, yeah. Om du bara tror att jag vill ha dig kvar, så kan du glömma det, för du kommer få ett och samma svar. Du lämnar mig, jag lämnar dig, jag ska fan hitta någon annan. Träffa någon, ta ett flyg till Spanien från Arlanda. Festa så jag glömmer bort att vi här är varandra. Du ska bara veta att jag kommer med det sanna. Önskar att du inte förstörde vår vibe. Nu får du mig att hata dig. Sen dess har jag bara en sak att säga. Lyssna noga baby. Kan du fucking dra? Du vad jag säger. Hade alltid trott att du var normal. Vill ej ha dig kvar. Jag är trött på dig och alla dina spel som fick mig att bli svag. Vet du vad jag kan säga?
I love a good like stop and then kick in. Like a build's good when you've got, you know, like a riser and stuff, but sometimes just and then back in, bam. Yeah, I love it. Very cool stuff. I think I understood one word in that song. You probably understood one word in that song too if you're an English speaker and don't speak Swedish. So very cool stuff though from Vlad DJ. We're here at the end of the show. I hope you've had a fun one, have you? Yeah, cool. Yeah, please feel free to leave a comment if you're watching on the replay. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up if you had a good time here today. Thumbs down if you didn't, but thumbs up if you had a good time. Don't forget to submit your songs for a future show. studiolivetoday.com/YML. We will be back live Sunday afternoons or evenings, depending where you are in the world. Again, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UTC on your Sunday nights. And then, of course, Monday mornings at 9 a.m. for our friends in Melbourne, Sydney, and surrounding areas. We're going to go out here with our old friend out of Germany, Velton Kinder. Now, hopefully Velton Kinder gets to actually watch this show. I'm getting all choked up because it's the last song. Hopefully Velton Kinder gets to watch this show, because usually the shows are at like 1 a.m. By the time we finish the show in Germany. But we're doing it at a more reasonable hour here, at least for the premiere. So hopefully you're catching it live. If not, on the replay, it's all good. This one, Velton Kinder says, this is a remastered older remix from my SoundCloud days. Daichi is Japanese and can be read as The Great Wisdom. The footage is from the game Detroit Being Human. And we're going to go out with this one. Our old friend Velton Kinder. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for rocking another YML. Check all the links in the description and all the ways to keep in touch. Until next time, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, keep creating, and let's go out with a bang. Velton Kinder, to finish us off, YML Extra Edition is in the can.